So developing this hour, as you may be aware, but earlier on, the Hawks in Mpumalanga conducted a takedown operation, and in conversation with our reporter Nonhlanhla Jele, you heard that after this operation, the Hawks would have a media briefing just to give us an overview of what transpired as part of those takedown operations. I'm told that briefing has started. Let's take you there and listen in.
We will then have 40 physical persons that we will be arresting. At this stage, we're standing at 20. A total of 20 have already been arrested. The amount involved is 113 million rand, and this was then distributed in an intricate web of money laundering through the government officials and families of these officials that benefited from this 113 million rand. So that which was destined for schools in the area, in the rural areas, was not directed as it should, and that is why we're here today, so that these people can account for their misappropriation of these funds and what they benefited out of their processes that they, as officials who were supposed to serve this country. And one can just say it is organized fraud and organized corruption. The president alluded to the fact that organized crime has infiltrated our country, and yes, we normally just speak about fraud and we speak about corruption, but this is organized by government departments in collusion with service providers, and that is why we are here today. Thank you very much.
Thanks, General. Any question, Yuri? Okay, Moile first.
Thank you, Moile Mastela from Newsroom Africa. I just want to get it clear. You are saying that so far it's about 20 who have been arrested. And then what has happened with the others? If you can give us some more details.
Yeah, it's not about 20, it's exactly 20 so far. The operation is continuing, so it'll carry on the whole day and even tomorrow and even in the week. We will not stop until all the suspects have been arrested and are in custody. One can just make the plea because as we do not find the people, we call them, we have their numbers. So we expect that some of them will come with their lawyers during the course of the week, but we appeal to these people to come and give themselves over as soon as possible.
Just from my side, just clarity, you said that the high-profile people, that's the government, it's government officials, and then I missed some numbers there in terms of
yeah, there were 17 service providers, 17, yes, and then 10 government officials. Of these 17 service providers, 21 directors of these companies will also be arrested.
Yes, ma'am.
I just wanted to know from you, sir, you said that it's a nationwide operation. Was only officials from the Mpumalanga Department of Education involved, or was it a National Department of Education?
No, it was just Mpumalanga Department. These people have moved, and since 2020, so they've moved to other provinces, and that's why we are having the operations in all the other provinces.
And then just one more question. So why has it taken so long leading up to the arrests if the cases were made in 2020 already?
As you would understand, that to prove a case like this is very intricate. We had to do forensic investigation on the money flows. The money laundering is very intricate in terms of how they lay it between and amongst themselves in the different bank accounts, and we have to follow all that, get all that information, and then get a forensic audit on that. So that is what takes a lot of time, as well as you don't always get the cooperation in terms of the departments to give you what you need. So it does take time, unfortunately.
SABC News. Just clarity on, now that you've arrested them, are you able to take us through the process? What happens? Are they tried in court like any other criminal, arrested and charged and all of that?
Yes, the process is the suspects are currently, the ones that have been arrested are going through our administrative processes. They will then be detained at a police station, well, I'm not going to say where, but we have to use several police stations. And then they will appear in court tomorrow, and where they will then apply for bail, as it is a Schedule 5. They will have to give us the reasons why they must be let out on bail, and then a date will be determined for further investigation or for further trial, or depending what the court then decides.
Last one from me. Those who are not in Mpumalanga, what happens to them?
They are already en route from wherever. The Cape Town person is already en route. Same with the Gauteng and the Limpopo ones that will be brought to Nelspruit.
So the 20 includes Mpumalanga and Cape Town?
Yes, yes.
question?
So maybe just a follow-up. Can we expect focus on some other departments except this particular?
We have several cases on our desks relating to other departments as well. So the work will never stop, unfortunately. I wish we could say we can end this, but unfortunately, the way it's going at this stage, we have a lot of investigations on our tables, but to give you further details, unfortunately, I cannot do that. Thank you.
Okay, Manda?
Currently, one of the people you arrested was facing a similar charge and was acquitted. So, are you sure you've got good evidence this time around?
We always have good evidence, but we don't always have control over what happens in the court and the court process. Witnesses testify, and we won't go and arrest, and J50s will not be issued for us the warrant of arrest if our case is not of a solid nature. So we believe we have a good and a strong case in this matter.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think this brings us to the end of our briefing. Thanks very much for your attendance, and we hope you're going to support us in the fight against crime in the near future. And for further details, you will be maybe in court to cover the story on yourselves.
Which court?
Nelspruit Court.
Which court did we arrange? Was it court 2 or C?
I'm not sure, you'll find out from
There is a special court that has been arranged for the people for tomorrow. So C, court C, court C.
Have arrangements been made for the media to come tomorrow as well, or do we have to go through
I
the
think
normal
you'll have to
process?
go through the normal process tomorrow at court. The magistrate will obviously say yes or no or whatever.
Okay,
So,
all right.
so just do that, please. All right. And I hope all of you have your numbers with Mr. Nkosi, because next time I'm not going to put something out again. Next time we will phone you, so if we don't have your number, we're not going to phone you, unfortunately. Thank you very much for being here, colleagues. We really appreciate it. Dankie, Rion.
And there you have it. That's the Directorate for Priority Crime Investigation, commonly known as the Hawks out there in Mpumalanga, that have just confirmed that a takedown operation took place this morning. What we know so far is that the operation was conducted earlier this morning and forms part of ongoing investigations into serious criminal activity. And while specific details remain limited at this stage, the Hawks say the operations are continuing with further arrests that are also expected, and developments are also expected as their teams remain on the ground. Now, the officials also emphasizing that this is not a once-off action, but is part of a broader intelligence-driven effort targeting organized crime networks operating within and out of the Mpumalanga province. Now, the Hawks have also cautioned that more information will be released once some of the suspects have appeared in court. Some of them will be appearing in court tomorrow at the Nelspruit Court, and this is in order to protect the integrity of the investigations as well as the ongoing operations. Let's park it there for now, and we continue to keep an eye on it for you with our Nonhlanhla Jele working that story for us this hour.